so I actually ended up coming out a couple of times for her to actually remember that I'm gay. She was also really confused about my sex life because she said, "Wait, so do you have sex with boys?" And I was like, "Yes, Mom." She's like, "Do you have sex with girls?" "Yes, Mom." "Do you have sex with them at the same time?" "No, Mom." It was just, it was really hard to get my point across that I am bisexual and that I do like boys and girls, even though I've just dated boys at one point of my life. I'm eventually gonna start dating girls. She never really could focus on that.
I came out my junior year of high school with my first girlfriend. We dated for about a year and a half. But I've known my entire life that I'm gay. In middle school, when I was younger, I always used to kiss girls. But I never told my family. My mother was very religious. So I thought it was wrong, and I just thought it wasn't normal. Because, you know, the way that people make it seem is just not normal, and that you're not, I don't know, you're just not okay.
Living in a Catholic household and then going to Catholic school for 14 years doesn't make it really easy to be gay. I knew I was gay from 7th grade, and I was terrified. I knew my parents wouldn't be proud of me. I knew the schools I went to wouldn't accept me, and I was terrified that my friends wouldn't accept me either. So I hid it for a long time. I basically ignored it until I was in 11th grade. When I was in 11th grade, I was finally sick of pretending that the kid who sat next to me in math was cute, and sick of pretending that I really liked to see Taylor Lautner with his shirt off, because I didn't. That's when I first came out to my friends. Came out to my best friends, Christine and Daria, and they were awesome. They were completely accepting, and it was great. But also, at the end of 11th grade, I was outed to my entire school by a vindictive ex, let's call her. And that was rough. People at my school were not nearly as accepting as my friends were. I had paint in my locker, people spray painted Dyke on my car, I had to listen to people yell things when I walked in the hallway. It was really rough for a long time.
At first, I realized I was gay in 3rd grade, really early. Like, I was playing with this girl on the playground, and I was like, she's the most beautiful thing ever. Like, and then I ignored it for a really long time, like 8 years. And then my junior year, I was like, enough of this. I need to like be true to myself. This isn't real. So I came out to my friends and my family, and they were all pretty accepting. I had like a couple of troubles with friends, and then after that it was fine. But probably the hardest part was transforming into the way I wanted to dress and the way I wanted to look in front of other people. And it took me a really long time to get comfortable with that fully. So I cut my hair junior year, right after I came out, and then I started changing my style like slowly. But it was really hard just to face people every day and be like, everyone likes me still, but this is what I want.
I'm not like everyone else. I came out when I was 15, my sophomore year, to my mother and to all my friends, and everything was okay. They all supported me, they all loved me, and that was it. I didn't get bullied at all, no one hated me, and that makes me different than a lot of people. Because I know there are people out there who struggle with their sexual orientation, who get bullied, things, derogatory words written on their cars and lockers, but that never happened to me. So this is for the people like me, the people who have crazy mothers who want to be in the front of a pride parade and with a sign that says, "My daughter's gay and I love her just the same." The people who, yes, they have support, but still, have a hard time on the inside. Because I had a crush on this girl in color guard and she didn't like me back. Yeah, she may have been bi, but she, had her own problems to deal with, and I wasn't a part of her life, so that kind of sucked to me.
I've been working with young people for over 20 years, specifically in higher education. I've seen great changes. Thank God I've seen great changes. When I first started freshman seminar, I would ask students, oh, do you know anybody who's gay? And they would all look like, oh gosh, no, absolutely not. Oh wait, maybe I had a distant uncle that I heard about through my family, but we never met him. He was in a closet somewhere.
My name's Andrea. I am gay. When I first started dating my girlfriend, it was very rough. We had a hard beginning. Her friends weren't very accepting about it. A lot of internet, anonymous messages, very offensive, everything. And we got through it. We've been together for almost 2 years now, and it's been a rough road, and I know how it feels to be hated or be looked upon in a different and bad way.
It was kind of unfortunate that I came out of college. The thing about my college is that it is a junior college in New England that accepted anyone who could breathe. Some people were extremely open-minded, others were closed-minded. I met my girlfriend there, and she's male to female transsexual, and we actually have a lot of trouble due to closed-minded people. For example, they kind of denied her being a woman just because she looked like a man, and they thought it was gross that I liked women, or even like still flirting with me because she isn't a real man. And it was kind of daunting how closed-minded people could be, especially after how open-minded my high school was. And I also feel really bad for my girlfriend because people just denied her being a girl.
Hi, my name is Amanda, and I'm 19 years old. This is Emily, and this is Zoe. And in the short amount of time that we've been in college, they become two of my closest friends. This right here, she's my best friend in the entire world. Her name is Daisy. We swear to you that it gets better. I believe in that more than anything, and I'll continue to believe it until it's true, because it has to. You should stick around and watch everything change, just for you, like these three have done.
I know being different sucks. It double sucks, actually. When people scrutinize you regardless of your sexuality, where you're from, what you do, what you wear, who you're from. But I'm here to tell you that that stuff doesn't matter. Those people don't matter. They mattered to me one time, but then I realized that at the end of the day, they're not going to be the ones behind me. I'm going to have to stand up for myself and follow the people that really like me for who I am, and you'll find those people. They found me, and I realized that it got so much better. So before you decide to hurt yourself or do anything bad to yourself, just remember that it's just a little bit of more time. You get out of high school, you get out of whatever bad situation you're in, and then you'll find that it got so much better.
I know it may seem far-fetched at the moment, but I promise you, someday you will meet somebody like me who loves and respects you for the amazing and beautiful person that you are, nothing more or less. I admire you so much for all the strength and courage that you have, more than you could possibly imagine.
I've never been bullied, but I know a lot of people who have. I've heard a lot of terrible stories, but there's always a happy ending. I know it's hard now, but I promise it gets better and you'll find where you belong. It's worth waiting around for. Never give up. Be true to yourself and no one can break you. You'll find your happy ending because you are loved.
Hi, my name is Taylor. I'm a theater major here at FDU. My advice to you would be to carry on and don't let the bad people get to you because the good people outweigh the bad. And if you choose the other way, then you're going to miss out on all the opportunities that could be ahead of you and all the changes that you could have been a part of.
I have a lot of friends who are on the LGBT spectrum, and I love them just as much as all of my other friends. Together, we've made great strides toward acceptance in our school. I just want you to know that you are loved, and it gets better.
Life can be a challenge, but
Don't let your sexual orientation be part of that challenge. Celebrate who you are and know that there are millions of people around the world just like you. The doors have been opened. Just walk through.
No matter what anyone tells you, love is something too beautiful, too pure to be anything evil. I know what you've been going through. I know those feelings you had, the thoughts you've had. I know the inner struggle you've been fighting through. Just remember that no matter what, there's someone out there that loves you and cares for you.
Someday there won't be room for hate and intolerance anymore. There will be only room for love and acceptance. There are amazing people out there who will help you get back up if you fall. People who will say, hey, you're beautiful and you matter, and you're meant to be loved. It's because of these people that hope remains within reach. It's so important to know that it gets better.
While your situation may be difficult and you feel alone, take this time to learn about and develop yourself. Because once you get to college, things get different. You find people who are accepting and do care about you. It does get better.
Love is love. Don't be afraid to be yourself. There are people out here who care about you and support you. Trust me, it does get better.
But now that I'm in college, it's less violent. Like, people are more open to discussion, and it really does get better.
It wasn't until my junior year that I finally came out, and my first girlfriend gave me the courage to do it. And from there, it got better. My senior year was just fantastic. I came into college and told everyone I wasn't afraid anymore and I could just openly say it. And now my mother and I have a good relationship.
I was afraid that I was going to have to live this miserable, lonely, sad life forever. I never thought I would get out of my small town full of homophobic people and religious zealots, but then I got into college, and I made sure I picked a college with a GSA. And now, I'm the vice president of that GSA, and we're making an It Gets Better video, and I can walk through campus holding my girlfriend's hand without a problem. And I have friends who love me and support me and give me everything I never had in high school.
I'm in college now, and I'm in a new place where I still have all the support from back home, but I now have even more support from all of my new friends, and I'm part of the Straight and Gay Alliance, and I have a girlfriend now, and it's awesome. It gets better. It becomes awesome. So you go through with what your life is currently, and you just have to know that things will get better.
And through the years, things have been changing. I've seen students talk about gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender populations. I used to go to human sexuality classes and ask students, well, can you imagine two women holding hands walking on campus? And when I first posed that question 10 years ago, oh, absolutely not, absolutely not. Then, maybe 5 years ago when I was asking that same question, oh, absolutely, we see it all the time. Have you seen two men kiss on campus? Yes, and no big deal. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that with time, with change, it's okay. And people are going to love you. Be who you are. It gets better.
After a while, people became more open-minded the more they were educated. So I say that you can sometimes make the best of things, even though there can be some pretty stupid people. Well, honestly, there'll be stupid people everywhere, and all I can say is, it gets better.
I want you to know that you make somebody's life better. You make somebody's life worth living. If it wasn't for Daisy, I don't know who or where I'd be right now. If it wasn't for Emily and Zoe, I don't know if I'd still be in college. My 3 best friends in the entire world are lesbians, and it shouldn't really matter.
I'm just here to tell you that it gets better. It's rough, it's a hard road, but the world will become more accepting as we move forward, and you can do it. So I promise you that it gets better. Just hang in there, okay?
college was the first time I really felt comfortable with the way I was dressing and being gay and being out about it. And I just realized how many people there are out there who struggle with sexuality and who are gay like me. And I was able to help them because of what I've been through. And so even if you're alone or you feel scared and like you're the only gay person on the planet, it's not true, and it gets better.
Gets better.
It gets better.
Can't have a rainbow without a little rain. It gets better.
It gets better. Trust me.
I promise, it gets better.
I know. It truly, truly does get better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
I promise you, it does get better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
Fairleigh Dickinson University Straight and Gay Alliance, and
It gets